with it. Sheldon Cox, he has been really good against Chartiers Valley this year as he feeds it inside. Wells, that rebound and the putback no good, but Wells back on it. He'll try a three, and he knocks it down.
Well, big shot early and offensive rebounds. Both coaches said rebounding.
His mom, Jen Bruscott, one of the all-time leading scorers at the University of Pittsburgh. She actually officiated the last game that was here, as there's Wells straight away.
Yeah, left alone. Got caught up in the screen defensively, did Chartiers.
Maybe too hot to handle for Cade. Up top, a fake by Boyce. The sophomore, the jumper, good.
And that's where his game's improved this year. He's been a sharpshooter from outside, but the mid-range.
To keep possession. Out to Bolus. Look at him knife through, and it goes.
That's what
First points.
Char Valley needed that at the 2:04 mark.
They typically fill up whatever venue they're playing in, and tough not having all of them here tonight, as well as those who can't make it from Chartiers Valley. Good turnover there. Here's Reynolds on the take. Got it.
His first points there, Josh. And good defense at one end from Graham, but then better defense.
The girls' side, and has had tons of success. They're going to play for a championship Monday against Trinity, as Michael Graham on the take gets it going early for the Red Hurricanes.
I think that's one of the big keys. Not young man's blood for sure.
He was a fantastic player for the Red Hurricanes. Here is Reynolds off a high ball screen. Got it. Braden Reynolds, the three.
It's only a matter of time.
Against Newcastle, their second meeting, scored 42 in that game. Career high. Good take, though, as Reynolds kind of cleared out underneath, and that allowed a lane for Mastovich. That's why I went into sports broadcasting, James. Not a lot of math. Here's Wells inside. That's two. I can do that.
You can count that high, and you can count Michael Wells with 8 points now to lead all scorers this evening.
On the handoff, Dervanik gets it to Bolus. Reynolds, pump fake on a three. Step back, three ball. Bang!
That's on the volleyball line. I mean, that's a step back from the volleyball line, fading away with a hand in your face. That's just what he does when he's on, and now a little 1-2-2 defense coming out with it for Char Valley.
Look at this leaner. Rolls around and goes for Graham. Nice take through the D from Michael Graham. Reynolds trying another. Maybe a heat check there, but no good. Good offensive rebound by Dervanik. Dervanik's giving them some nice minutes here coming off the bench. Reynolds inside. Got it.
And first player in double figures now, Reynolds. That last one, yeah, a little bit crazy, but.
Down D here by the Colts. They are able to get it to Boyce. Good extra pass to Cox for three. Good.
Yeah, that extra pass. Boyce is ready to tee it up, but instead gives it to Cox for his 49th of the year.
Into the paint. Mackey. Outside to Kalora all the way in. The finger roll good for Anthony Kalora.
Talk about secondary or tertiary scoring. Kalora right there, his first points. That's something that you need. And you mentioned it. Graham and also Jonathan Anderson, the first time they played, were in double figures for Newcastle. 5 different players over 10 points in that first contest. The win for Newcastle in that one, 73-45.
Mentioned good football players. Kalora, one of them. He's heading to West Liberty to play football. There is Graham again. The floater good. He has 7 for the offense. Here goes Wells all the way. The leaner, no good. Reynolds with it. Reynolds, what a bounce pass. Up ahead. What a great pass by Reynolds. And finishing, Garrett Olazin. Here is Cox with it. Gets some room. Used his arm to create some space on Olazin. And there's Sheldon Cox. He now has 7.
Didn't foul out either.
Boyce. Wells. Got it.
He better knock that down. Graham was wide open top of the key, and he said, nah, I got this.
Farrell, which is now not a part of the WPIAL, they also had won 13. Newcastle looking for the outright lead. Graham's been a big part of their efforts here tonight, but he kicks it out to Boyce, the sharpshooter.
That's his first attempt from outside, and he buried it.
Isaiah Boyce, his 62nd three-pointer of the year, as Bolus gets the board underneath. It's out of bounds, last off of in the championship game at the Peterson Event Center. There's a feed inside to Wells, off balance, hit the deck, but there is the follow by Sheldon Cox.
Man, offensive rebounds adding up.
He said, we want to win one for this group of kids. As Cox trying to deliver just that. Boy, he's having a good quarter. Now up to a dozen points, 7 here in the frame. All out of bounds. Reynolds with it, fakes on the three. Good no-look pass. Mackey for three.
The Falcon finally gets one from downtown.
Is Cox, great job saving him. Boy, Sheldon Cox just hustling as Wells misses that one. Another offensive rebound as Cade gets to it, but then he turns it over. Had it deflected, and Reynolds with the steal. Reynolds, another no-look pass, this time to Allison for three, and it's good.
Big shot, Allison. They needed that. Lead down to 10.
Crossover, got it off to Boyce. Drive and kick, Cox contested. Got it. Sheldon Cox having a tremendous quarter, 10 points in this third. It's a 13-point game. Bolus trying to go at him. Picks up his dribble, finds Kalora. Right back out to Socrates Bolus. Fakes on a three, finds a pass to Allison, has it again.
Allison and Cox are just going back and forth from downtown right now, each starting to feel it.
With it is Mackey. Mackey on the drive. And it is good. Anthony Mackey, the basket and the foul. Here is Jonathan Anderson. He's had to play more minutes with Michael Graham on the bench with 4 fouls, and it's turned over. Stolen away by Mackey. All the way, got it.
Mackey stepping up in crunch time, just like that.
Maybe a little ball don't lie to that.
It all balances out in the end, doesn't it?
Yep.
We saw blowouts in each of these first 2 games on the road. Well, not surprised, this one's close.
Good feed underneath. Look at that pass from Graham to Cade, and Donnie Cade, his first points of the night. Not been able to find enough. Here's Cox on a good feed from Wells. Sheldon Cox with 17, a dozen after halftime. Allison trying to answer. Reynolds the rebound, back up and good off the window.
And timeout's going to be called by Chartiers Valley. Man, he got across the timeline before grabbing that pass.
Cox on the take, the finger roll.
Sheldon Cox taking over here in the second half. He's got 12 in the second half.
With it, Reynolds bumped, lost it. Wells up ahead to Boyce, lays it in.
And that's where Boyce is at his best, not behind the arc, actually. Technical foul called, too, after the play.
Turn people over about 18 times a game. As with it is Wells, foot on the line for 2, and it's good for Mike Wells.
That's when the coach is saying, no, don't shoot that. No, okay, it went in.
Go in a 13-point game. Braden Reynolds, step back, 3 ball, got it.
There's that magic number 20.
3, but he likes to be on the outside as they get a steal. Reynolds got contact, got the miss, and got the bucket.
Yeah, Kalora, give him credit. He deflected the pass on the inbounds. The free throw line has not been pleasant for Char Valley tonight.
Oh my, he has now missed 4 in a row. As the outlet ahead, slam down! Sheldon Cox, an exclamation point! Another chance as Wells on the miss, ahead, laid up and in! The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title as Boyce in double figures with 11. Reynolds looking for a 3. That's no good. Mackey the rebound. 40 seconds to go. Reynolds will try it again. And there is Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again.
A pair of exclamation points for double ones.
Chartiers Valley will pull off, and Newcastle will dribble it out. The clock runs down, and that is it. The WPIAL's preeminent program does it again. 14 titles, a record in boys basketball in District 7, as the Newcastle Red Hurricanes beat the Chartiers Valley Colts 61-45.